the Great Dino Ranger here again, back with another review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Jurassic World Dino Trackers Wild Roar Dryptosaurus. So this is a new dinosaur introduced into the Dino Trackers line, and I'm super happy to finally have my first Wild Roar figure for the Dino Trackers line. Actually I have two, but this is just the first one I'm reviewing. I know it's been a little while for me to actually be able to acquire one of these electronic dinosaurs for the Dino Trackers line. But I'm super happy to finally have one. So now I have, since I have two already, I have two more to keep an eye out for. So here we're going to take a look at the Dryptosaurus. This one's actually really cool looking, and I can't wait to get into it. So we'll first take a look at the packaging. You know, here's the basic packaging here for the Dino Trackers. It has the jungle logo, so basically they're just saying that this Dryptosaurus is part of the jungle environment. Here we got the Jurassic World logo, the awesome picture of Blue and Beta, Wild Roar, Dryptosaurus, and the Dino Trackers logo with the Mattel logo at the bottom. And here at the top says Jurassic World, and Jurassic World Dino Trackers. And then here on the back, it just shows you some FAQSAP information. It has levels of aggression, so I'm really excited to take a look at this new feature that they have for these electronic dinosaurs. And then here we have the render of the dinosaur making loud noises, and the other ones in the line, or at least in this first wave. I already have the Eocaria, which I will be reviewing next, and now I'm on the lookout for the Diabloceratops and the Kronosaurus, because those things look awesome. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at this figure. So by starting off with the figure as a whole, this is a really nice looking dinosaur. Mattel is really good in terms of their sculpts, and basically everything on this is just well detailed. You know, it's a really great dinosaur figure. It's a new species that I don't have in any of my dinosaur collections, and I'm just happy. And now surprisingly, Dryptosaurus is actually part of the tyrannosaur family, which is super weird because if you look at this dinosaur right now, it does not look like a tyrannosaur at all, especially with large hands and 3 fingers and whatnot. But this is, at least in real life, it was part of the tyrannosaur family, and obviously Mattel took some creative liberties with this figure and making it kind of like their own, you know, just kind of make it stand out from all their past theropods that they've made. And this one is actually really nice looking. I really like it. As for right now, don't see anything wrong with it. This thing just looks awesome, and it does look like something you would see in a Jurassic Park movie, or at least a Jurassic Park video game, because some of the video game designs also have some wild looking designs in some cases. So, you know, taking a look at the detail here at the head, really nice detail going on here. I like the large amount of scales on the front of the snout there, very crocodilian like, and they end up transitioning into the smaller type scales around where the eye is. And here at the bottom, nice amount of scale detail, and same with the underside as well, so very nice there. And then you got a nice row of spikes, which is very interesting to see on a tyrannosaur. But really cool design on this one, the amount of spikes that are just going down the tail, makes it stand out. But the overall eye detail is looking nice. The teeth are nicely sculpted as well. I know they may be a little, you know, rounded and more fatter than thin, but they look good for what it is. And then here at the neck, you know, some nice amount of scale detail, and some nice little bumps going along the head here, and some nice little vein wrinkly structures in the skin, which actually remind me of lizards that you of today. You know, sometimes they always have like that wrinkly skin, veiny texture, and Mattel did a really good in representing that with this figure, because the amount of scale work that they put on this sculpt is really good. You can definitely see a little bit of the muscle definition poking out here, especially here in the ribs, which looks really nice. And here at the arms, very muscular. Love the amount of detail they put on this one. Looking very good. You know, Dryptosaurus is one of those tyrannosaurs that have 3 fingers instead of 2, so that's what makes it stand out. And you got a good row of bumps, or osteoderms, whatever you want to call them, just kind of going down the body there. And here at the leg, lots of nice detail here on the leg, which actually feels very realistic when you rub your finger against it. Nice muscle definition as well, but it looks really nice. Same with the feet. But just really nice sculpt work, and I love how massive the dew claw is. It's almost like a raptor claw. It just kind of hangs back like that. That would actually make a pretty good formidable weapon right there, just to kind of take a back kick towards something to defend yourself. That would probably do some damage. Same with the rest of the claws here. Here on the hands are looking very nice as well. Here on the underside, just more nice, finer scale work, which looks like those of modern reptiles. And the same with here with the bottom of the tail. And speaking of the tail, look at that design on the tail. That is like, this thing would actually pass for like a Jurassic World hybrid because it looks so cool and so like, not like something you would see in real life. Just look at the row of spikes on the tail. Those are really cool, really nice little creative choice decision that Mattel put on this figure. Really cool. And obviously the rest of the tail is nicely sculpted with some nice scales, which are looking very nice. So this thing is really decked out in a lot of detail, but that tail is looking really cool. That's probably like my favorite part with this this figure. And this would actually make for a good like swinging motion. You can take a swing at any prey or any attacker and you can just do some damage with these spikes. Not sure if they're supposed to represent quills or they're actually spikes themselves, but really cool looking. But yeah, very happy with this figure so far. And here at the bottom, the feet are nicely sculpted as well. The coloration on this figure are really good as well. They definitely do match a jungle environment very well. Obviously, I'd probably pick a little bit more green, but the colors they chose in here are actually really good. And as you can see with the green background I have here, this thing actually looks like it'd belong in a jungle. So Mattel did a really good job with this, with the coloring on this one. I love the dark brownish black colors with this kind of like grayish green coloration that they have around the face, the neck, and the hands and the arms, and it stripes all the way down till it gets all the way to the tail. The whole tail is molded in that same coloration. But the colors are really nice, and I love the blue on the face. Blue on dinosaurs are really nice if they're applied in a good way, and this one is applied in a very good way. I love the blue on the face. I love how it kind of transitions and fades into this grayish green color. And obviously the classic yellow eye stands out very well against the dark colors. So this thing just looks perfect in a jungle setting. So Mattel did a really nice job with that. And also not to mention that the quills on the back of the head are slightly bendy, not too much, but they are a little bit. As for articulation, here at the arms, they can move basically all the way around, and then they can pivot in and out. So nice range of movement with the arms there, pretty standard for a Mattel figure. And the legs can move basically back about that far. The leg kind of gets in, oh wait, no, never mind. It can go 360, and it can go forward and backward with that. And they can also pivot in and out as well. And the tail can also rotate, but that is kind of useless. And then that's really it for basic articulation. Everything else is tied with the action feature. Here is the scan code, in case any of you guys want that. Also, let's take a look at the mouth here, because I forgot to do that. Here inside the mouth is nicely sculpted as well, with some nice paint, some nice teeth. I love how they painted the inside of the gums between the teeth and the lips. That looks really good, and I really wish Mattel would do that with more of their figures. As far as action features go, this is a brand new feature for their electronic dinosaurs. You know, we've had so many throughout the years. Their last one was just a push on the hips, and then the head would move and noises will be made. With this one, you got like a little flip switch right here that you can move side to side in any pace you want, and it would basically move the head, open the jaw, and make some noise. So let's go ahead and take a look at the action feature first. So that's the feature. It's pretty good. I probably prefer the hip pushing movement or just a classic button, but this one's pretty fun. You know, it makes the head move in some cool ways, and I like it. I respect it, but I probably would have preferred something a little more easier, because it does kind of hurt your fingers a little bit if you're pressing on these sharp spikes over and over again. So that was the action feature. Let's go ahead and take a look at the sounds. couldn't tell how many sounds are in this figure, but they sound really good. Nothing that I recognize from any of the movies, so this is probably brand new sounds that Mattel gave this figure, and they sound really nice. Maybe that growling grunt noise could have been a mosasaurus, but it didn't really sound like it. So the sounds are excellent on this figure, so well done Mattel for that. And finally, in terms of size comparisons, here is the Dryptosaurus compared with a human figure. Here we have Alan Grant, and two different sizes of tyrannosaurs that Mattel has released. Here we got the giant T-Rex in the back, and then the small Alioramus in the front, just to kind of show off, you know, all the different varieties of tyrannosaurs that Mattel has made. When I get the new Dino Trackers Bistiaversor later on, or whatever you say that name, I would do a full, like, reveal of every single tyrannosaur that Mattel has made, species-wise, and that will be pretty fun to see when I do that. But as of right now, here is the size comparison for this Dryptosaurus, and they look really good together. So everyone, that's about to wrap it up for this review. For my final thoughts of this Dryptosaurus, it looks really good. I really like it. The sculpt is amazing, the colors are good, and everything is pretty good on this figure. The action feature is still a little iffy. I mean, it's cool, but I'll have to wait and see how the other figures match when compared to this one. But as of right now, I mean, the feature is okay, just it's kind of hard to press it when you're pressing on these harder spikes the whole time. But overall, the sounds are nice, and the way the head moves and it opens its jaws are pretty good. And then, like I said, the sculpt is really nice, especially that awesome tail that they designed for this figure. Really different from any Tyrannosaur I've ever seen. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll see you guys again for the next one.